Sunday, June 3rd. Absolutely gorgeous day. And we haven't been doing anything for, I don't know, probably a month now. It was a little bit crazy for me at the end of the school year. So I was totally out of the picture. Scott had been sick and his back's been bothering him, so there hasn't been a lot going on, but we are regrouping and getting back at it here. With the weather being good, we want to be focused on what's happening on the outside, and right now that's some trim around these windows. Unfortunately, the windows never got totally finished last year. We got this this part of the bitchathane up, but we didn't get that top one done. So that's what I did yesterday. Went around and did the top one and then taped here. So that's ready. And then Scott pre-cut all this flashing here and put that on the top. So just in case some moisture gets down, it'll come off the top of that flashing. And now we're installing these pieces of trim that go along with our siding. This is the Woodtone Rustic series, and it's already colored and coated and ready to go.
Your paint's getting grinded in the
oh, okay. Sorry about that. I need to help here then. So anyway, we're just going to continue to install the we have a little station set up here for measuring and cutting. Try to get a little assembly line going for the trim. Yesterday we finished a few windows. This was one of them. And we did this one over here. Realized that we have to get the trim up before we can get the cedar board that's going to run all the way around to try to get this metal siding and work our way up. Okay, next project is to get the cedar boards attached on here. So Scott's already cutting the angles. He marked on here. We're going 3 feet up all the way around, so we want to get it attached here. But we have to anticipate, that's why we're cutting all the angles, because we have to anticipate going around the whole building. So are you ready to attach, or have we? Go ahead, you want to put the level on it? Well, so I want the bottom,
we need
the bottom right there, up against like that?
Yeah, the mark has to be, the bottom of the board has to be on the mark.
Okay.
So 3 feet above grade.
Yep, so I have it exactly on the mark there, and then you want to put a level on it?
You're gonna have to hold it with you're gonna have to hold the level with one hand.
I'll turn the camera. Okay, we got it set up here. I'm going to work on a little project I've been meaning to do here for a while and attempt to spray paint some fixtures. So this fixture, we want to try to use it in the kitchen, and I dismantled it, cleaned it up, and taped it off. It was free, so it works, and if we can get it to match other things, that would be nice. So that's the attempt. I'm just going to try to spray paint this thing, see what happens. And then since we wanted to go with the, well, we're going to try to, I'm trying to use this. Here we go, aged copper. So we're going to hope that this is actually going to match kind of the other things that we already have. See if that'll work on one of these handles for the kitchen cabinets. And these guys are going to go in the can lights above the sink in that little cabinet, so we don't have anything white in the house, and I just want things to match. So we're going to see what happens. I'm going to prime them first. I have this primer, and I'll go ahead and do that before we try the color. I just finished priming them, and we'll just wait for those to dry to get the color on there. Just really been wanting to do this for a while, and the weather has not been the best. We've got a lot of rain going on, so sunshiny days, I look at my list and go, oh, I can try to do that now. So I'm gonna go for it with this aged copper here. I don't know if I can, shaking it really well. I don't know if I can paint and hold the camera at the same time, but giving it some shots. It's pretty sparkly. Very sparkly. Well, it might work. Yeah, it's a little difficult to hold the camera and do this, so I'm going to finish this off and then we'll see what it looks like. Imogene came by when I was just finishing this up. She's like, "Ooh, Mom, sparkly." So yeah, it is quite sparkly. A little more than I thought it was going to be. So, I don't know. We'll see. It might be a little too sparkly. But again, it's better than white or... I don't know. We'll let it dry and see what it looks like in the house, perhaps. Saturday, June 9th. It's been a very slow week in Kendrick Homestead. We are slowly getting some siding up. And anyway, we got this metal around. It was a bit challenging getting the metal into the ICF because can't find metal screws that are long enough to, I don't know, Scott says it's biting. So it's getting a bite, so at least this part is all temporary anyway because we're going to eventually have rock along here, so it's just we need to get something up here. And now he's working on, we realized that we were doing something wrong in cutting the cedar board there because we did not have it on do you have one on the saw there? Not right now. Okay, we'll have to show that later on cutting the angles. So we're working our way around here. It's not totally perfect, but we're not professionals.
Once we get our edges routed and
we're getting there. Yeah.
trimmed out, it'll look good.
So yeah, and his dad suggested on kind of cutting a little angle here on that part. And so did you? Oh, you cut this one over here too. Okay, just so it kind of gives it a little more of a finished look there. So we're kind of having to piece things in. We had to notch this one down here underneath the window to get that into place. So we're trying to, it just takes so much time because we have to stop and think about, oh, how do we do that? And anyway, so we're just going to keep moving around the side of the building here. Okay, so we got Cooper helping us out here, working on getting those trim pieces up. So we have a 3-inch going on this side and then the 4-inch butting up against it. It's looking great. So he's been working his way around the house, starting over here. He started with this one, and it's making some progress there. Looking good. That's really helping us out. So Scott and I are working on the metal while he's doing that. All right, we are just cruising along here. Thankful that Cooper has some experience doing siding, and oh yeah, except the screwing it in part. He's used to shooting siding, and I know that's a lot faster, but because of the ICF, we've got to be able to make sure that it's attaching to those ties completely. So yeah, we're screwing that in, but we are very happy with the way this is looking. This is exactly the vision that we had, so it's nice. You've got a little, oh,
yeah, he's making himself a square.
Little square, okay. Nice. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Look at that, okay. Perfect. That's why it's great to have people who've done this before, and otherwise it takes us forever to figure this out.
Are you taping it?
Yeah.
I thought you were just taking pictures.
No, I got you on film here.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
What? You're doing, you're doing great. You're doing a little demo right there. We're just catching you in the act. Little demo going on. So, yeah, this is awesome. I'm working on cutting these metal pieces. First, Scott and I saw off, well, we've got an old blade on, where's that saw? Around here somewhere. Yep, he's just got an old blade on that saw, and then we put 3 sheets together, measure off our 3 feet, and then just saw it along here, and wearing protective eyewear and ear covering. And so once we get that done, then I'm holding the piece up to the wall and measuring. Now this one has got to go around a window, so I'm just measuring here. I'm going to draw a straight line. We're trying to get it as straight as possible. And there may be a better way of doing this, but we're not exactly sure what that is. So this is what we're doing. And anyway, so I'll cut this piece out with the tin snips this way, and then we have like metal shears that we can just cut it down there. So once we get this cut out, then we'll fit it back into place over on the front side of the house. Well, it's 8 o'clock on Saturday night, and this is as far as we made it around the building. Not very far, but something happened today, which was good. So now what we are trying to figure out is how to get the boxes attached on here for light fixtures and the outlet. So we have, you know, our light fixture up here, outlet down here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut 2 of our trim pieces like this, so we can put them up here, and then the siding will be able to butt up against that. That way the light fixtures will just attach on there. Actually, this looks actually really kind of cool. I was looking at, so interesting how the light fixtures kind of match the building. So anyway, we want to make sure that it's going to be level. So we're going to attach that on there, and then Scott has.
So the outlet cover is going to be like this.
Okay, where's my little outlet? Oh, here. This little guy. And so we're just trying to use some scrap pieces, and then that guy will fit on right on there. So. Anyway, that's good. We can get these attached so that when Cooper comes back and does some more siding, just be able to run that siding right up against that and there, and we'll get the rest of them cut for the other side of the house too. So we're gonna just finish this. Like I said, it was just, I think people are probably laughing, why don't you go all the way around the house and do one thing? We just need just a little taste to feel good. They're like, oh look, this is looking like what we wanted to look like. We're very, very excited about that. So that gives us a little bit of a carrot and to keep moving along, and we're going to make some more progress. Hopefully the weather will be cooperative tomorrow as well. And we've had some blue skies today. It's been nice. It's Sunday afternoon, and we're working our way along this wall, and I've been doing the metal kind of myself, and Scott's been putting up the cedar board. So this window we still have not gotten a replacement for. This was the one since last November that needs to be tilted this way. So there's been a couple of complications on getting that replaced. So we don't want this holding us up. So we have our little trusty dusty sample piece, and so I just went around and marked. I'm like, we got to keep going around the house, doing our thing. So we're just pretending like there's trim there, and I drew a little line so we could keep going. And over here, I'm just trying to line up the metal to see the best combination of where to cut it and get it to butt up against the door here. This one came over to here, and then I was able to use just a small piece to get here, and then kind of slide it behind the door frame a little bit. So I'm looking to try to do that on this side here as well. So, and then plus use all the metal. We're trying to salvage this little guy down here where we messed up and put the screw in the wrong spot. So rather than tossing it, I'm going to remove that and then see if I can just kind of cover it up with this one. So I'll get this done.
Alright, so I'm getting ready to put this up for the hose bib. We have the spacing because of we're going to have stone in here eventually. Be a little bit sticking out just because of the metal siding for now, but because we are doing, we are going to do rock on this side as well eventually, someday.
Yeah, we want to
do this here.
To stick out far enough anyway. I mean, we wish we had installed all these hose bibs and stuff originally. This is not something we would want to be doing right now, but we gotta do what we gotta do. We realized that what we really need to do is actually install these first so that we're keeping everything level all the way around. I was measuring from this line is basically standard all the way around the whole house, so I was measuring down and realizing, oh wait, this is not the same as it was over here, and so anyway, backtracking a little bit, we're going to move this board up a little bit because it started going to like 4 inches where the rest of it had been at 3.5. So we're not professional metal installers. I know it doesn't look the best, but we kept telling ourselves this is just temporary. We'll get the rock up here eventually, but for now, get her done. So now Scott said, well, let's go ahead and just put the cedar all the way around so that we have a definitive line, so the metal will just come right up underneath that and then call it good. So that's what we're regrouping on right now. And then he was finishing out these around the corner here, or almost, I guess I interrupted him. He was cutting that out for the vent for the wood stove, and then the hose baby's got that one ready to roll. So the end of the day on Sunday, it's like 8:30, it's time to quit. I have my little pile of scrap metal shavings there because sometimes it just is not the right size and you have to, what is this? Look at, what are you doing? Nice hair. What are those?
I pretended.
Oh, it's, what?
I pretended I have green hair. I put horsetails in my hair.
Horsetails add for the green hair. Just, that's lovely. Somebody needs to go in the bathtub. Yeah, that's you. Anyway, at least we got around. We got metal up around to the front of the house. These are ready to go for tomorrow. And the cedar board is all along there. So
What are you talking about?
that's ready. I'm just doing a final recapping of what we've been doing. I've got to post a video here soon, so we're gonna call it good. At least we got that part done, and hopefully it won't rain tomorrow. Cooper will come back and continue on the siding. We can get this another little section done over here, but I am very encouraged by what we got done, at least. And then to be able to drive up and see that part finished.
This is a 468 MG's video.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for tonight.